Boom, Jake here. Today we're going to be looking at Dead or Alive Dimensions for the 3DS being played on a 2DS because even though it's missing one dimension, it's still just as good. My apologies for my messed up thumb. Dead or Alive Dimensions is one of the first Dead or Alive games that has been on a portable console with the exception of Dead or Alive Paradise, but that's even if you really want to consider that part of the main DOA series. It's the first one that was pretty much built from the ground up to be on a handheld, and the first one to feature the absence of Itagaki. Most people say that they wish that he would have stayed with the series. I feel like right now the camera's not focusing. There we go. Yay, focus! I feel like this is a really, even with like the main creator of Dead or Alive stepping down, I feel like this is a very, very good game for the series. It's very much like I don't want to say a love letter because it is one of the installments, but and I don't want to say that it's better than any of the other ones. It's because it kind of is, but at the same time it kind of isn't. But regardless, it's still a phenomenal game, especially for the system that it's on. I never really would have expected to see a DOA game on a Nintendo console. Story-wise, it's pretty much the same. It's a recap of Dead or Alive 1, 2, 3, and 4, basically, and with a extra chapter for Helena, basically getting you ready for Dead or Alive 5. Why did I go into courses? I meant to go into Chronicle. And then if you go into chapter select, you get all the original cover art and stuff, which is pretty cool, except for that one. That's the Japanese cover art. But yeah, and you also get an extra chapter for Helena, and that's pretty cool too. Getting you all ready, comfy, and cozy for Dead or Alive 5, which is phenomenal. So, graphically, this game, I feel, even though it still is, it currently is 5 years old, I feel still really holds up. Just as you can see from the top screen, the graphics just like, one, you can do this and it'll follow you. That's cool. And two, for a 3DS game, it still pretty much holds up. Let's go to local play. Not local play, because that requires 2 DSs. So dumb. Of course I'm dumb when it actually comes to making the video. When I'm off the video, I'm fine. Ridiculously nasty thumb. Free play. It all seems good. Well, let's pick my main, Hitomi. Love you, girl. Unfocused. Yeah. Random, and the opponent will just be random too. I think one of the main things about this game that really puts it apart from a lot of the other games on the 3DS period. I'm a scrub, by the way. That really sets it apart from one of the main games period, especially on the 2DS or the 3DS, is that it runs at 60 frames. It runs at 60 frames perfectly, and it still maintains its graphical presence. So yeah, now I'm just kind of focused on the game. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. Fucking Kokoro. Bam, damn. I'm a countering fool. Boom. So yeah. It maintains a solid 60 frames, the colors remain vivid, the stage remains detailed, all the character models are as detailed as they can be for a 3DS title. It still looks phenomenal, and I still very highly recommend anyone to this game, even for today, with this game even being 10 years old. You got Tekken, you got Street Fighter. Out of all the other 3DS fighting games, with the exception of maybe Smash Brothers, I would still go with Dead or Alive Dimensions. So that's the quick gameplay for this. Actually, just for schnips and schnibbles, let's see if we can find someone online. The online portion, from what I've played, when I actually do find people, it works pretty well. It's pretty lagless, but at the same time, it this game, with it being so old, barely has any players. So let's broaden the spectrum as wide as we can. Let's go with world and any rounds, and we're probably going to be stuck looking at the screen for a long time because again, as phenomenal a game as it is old. So, and it's also a game that doesn't really show its age, as you see from the graphical quality and just from the controls. It is aged very well. I can't really fault it for anything that has to do with like getting older. So yeah, we're gonna be stuck looking at this screen for a long time. So we're just gonna exit out of that and go back to the menu screen and go back to the title screen. So yeah, it's only $10 now used, though I do recommend buying it new so that way Team Ninja and Tecmo get your money, so that way they know that people still love this and they know that people will still buy games like this for the 2D or 3D or 4DS or whatever comes out. And I have no idea how to end a video. I still don't know, and I don't think I ever will know. So I'm going to end it with, I recommend this. Go get it as soon as you can. If you can't, well, maybe you have money constraints. I don't know. You know? I'll figure out how to do it one of these days. I'll figure it out.